Hey everybody, Jared with Miller's Glass here. We are here to change out a side light here with that new one right over there. So this is a foggy window. As you can see, the seal has failed, so the gas on the outside or the air on the outside is mixing with the air on the inside, and it causes moisture to build up, which causes that silver to fail. And you see those streaks right there. So what we're going to do today, I've already kind of got it started, is we are going to pull these out with a 1/4-inch bit, which I have in my gun right there. We're going to take them out like so. I got this one in here holding it. Watch how much this one bows. It's because they cut it too long. So take that one out. Top one falls out. And then, I'm doing it one-handed. Usually it don't fall out. And then I take this one out. But what I do, because I'm here alone by myself, is I will take a screw, I'll come back up here, and I'll just set that screw right there. What that does is when I cut the window out, it will not fall out of the frame and land on the ground and break all over the place. That will hold it. This is a tempered window. It has that logo right there. Anything near a door has to be tempered. Anything in a door has to be tempered. So those are tempered. So I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna show you how to do this. We're gonna need a heat gun. Okay, so here we are. We are on the inside of the house now, and we are ready to cut this thing out. So we've got our caulk gun, we've got our tool bag here, which is lovely. I love this thing, it's from Lowe's, tough built. We got our stiff blade, a thin flexible blade to help me get in there, and a thick flexible blade, or not a thick one, excuse me, a wide one. So also, this is very handy. This is an aluminum frame, so these are metal. You can heat these up. A lot of people will use a blowtorch on these, but I don't like it because the blowtorch will leave scorch marks. This you can use from a distance, and it will not burn it. I mean, I'm sure if you really tried, you could, but it's less likely to. You know, you gotta have a good hand. But first things first is we're going to throw on our gloves. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna get started. And there we go, I got our gloves. So these things are cut level 4, or 5s, excuse me, A5s. And what that means is they are cut resistant up to a certain, I forget what the weight is, but up to a certain weight. And they're not cut resistant like slash resistant, like if I took a knife and I cut across it this way, yeah, it's gonna cut it. But if you take the glass and you put it on, like the sharp edge of the glass on your glove, and the weight of it that pushes down, that will resist cutting through it. That's how those things work. That's how the reading is. So this is what I use. So we're gonna go ahead and start taking this out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my heat gun. I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna be too loud for the camera. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna do it. I don't have any way to set this phone up to record myself, so I'm just gonna do it. So what I'll do is with both hands, I'll take my heat gun and I'm gonna put it about this far away, and I'm gonna heat this up right here. Right, I'm just gonna get the heat all the way up, all the way down, all the way around. And then while I'm doing that, with my other hand, I'm taking this blade and I'm pushing it into the corner here. And I'm pushing it, I'm pushing it. You can see I'm already kind of getting in there. See that? So what I'll do is that heat will loosen all that up, and I'll be able to separate it a lot easier and push this blade all the way up on both sides, all the way up like that. See, it's already wanting to. See, like that. So I'll just heat it up and it'll pop out. It'll hit that screw right there. And then from there, I'll come and I'll take my thick blade and I'll pry it. That'll be this bad boy right here. And I'll pry it and I'll heat it up and pry it. And I'll heat it up and I'll pry it. And I'll pop the bottom out a little bit. And then I'll go outside and I'll take that screw out and I'll reach through the door and push it out to myself and carry it to my frame. And then it'll be sitting on my glass rack over there. And I'll show you whenever I get to the point where I'm ready to take it out. One thing I forgot to mention, while I'm heating it up, I'm actually blowing the heat right here. I'm not blowing it on the glass. I'm not blowing it right on the edge. I'm blowing it right here, because the heat, if you think about air, it's gonna go here, down into that glue. So the heat's gonna go out, down, down, that. So I'm doing that all the way around. So I'm gonna continue. So I've got it nice and hot. The blade is so hot it actually melted my glove a little bit, so be careful about that. But I blow the heat right on that blade, so it's expected to be hot. And whoever used black butyl you suck. But I'll be using clear silicone, so it doesn't look like that all over the frame. But the grind continues. Okay, so with a little prying on my thick boy here, I was able to get the window out. See, there's the frame in there. And it's held in just by that screw up there. So now I can make sure it's separated by gently pushing on it. It's good to go. So now I'm gonna come outside, take that screw out right there, back it up by hand. Let's see. Might take me a little bit. Hang on. Okay, there we go. So now I got the screw out. See if I can do this with one hand, huh? Push that. See, clearing them holes. I got my foot down here, so it ain't gonna fall. But push, 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 push. Ooh, black goo. Just holding it on there. Okay. Get all that nasty out of there. Look. All right, let's take it. So usually I have, you're gonna see through the window here. Usually I have 2 hands to do this, but now I can carry it with one. So, black goo, don't let it touch you. It'll get all over you. We're just gonna go put it on the vehicle. All right, and I'll be right back. I gotta find a spot for this sucker. There we are, I got it wedged in right here. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. It'll be fine. Okay, so here in a second I'm gonna take that down, but first, if you need to buy a house, I can't tell you who to buy one from. Okay, so now we gotta clean up this crap. And for that, I'm gonna grab one of these. It's not too difficult, it's just messy. And you go like that, and you roll it off. Not too bad. See? And I'll go get a trash bucket, and all of this will go in there and not on the floor, because if you get it on the floor, it'll stay there forever. Oh, thank you. Okay. That was just a fuzz. All right, we're good to go. I'll be right back. Well, I'm back, and I had to get my bucket, but my bucket's full of all of this not snow, not ice. This is ice. Looks like it though, huh? Anyways, I was doing some stuff this morning, so I was cleaning someone's property they had to blow out. And I blow out the, I knock out the glass, and then I tape the edges. That's where all that's from. So I'm gonna clean that, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like when I'm done, and then we're gonna go ahead and install that sucker. All right. So one thing that can be useful when you're doing this is, okay, just put my knee on something, is you've got a little ball of the stuff already. You can just tack it off. I mean, it works pretty well. Sometimes it wants to clump up on you, but you can get most of it, like these little pieces, off. And then when you got pieces like that are on the edge, so say this piece right here on the edge right there, you can take this thing and roll it, and it'll clear that edge off. It'll pull all of that off the edge there. See, it pulls that edge. So then you can just stick it in, pull it out. See, just pulled that clump. So that's just another method of doing the same thing. There we are. It is clean. I mean, you still see some black on it, but that's on this side of it. If you come over to this side of it, you won't see any black. So it's good to go. So now, what we're gonna do is go over there, we're gonna go clean that piece of glass right there. But first, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the tip of my silicone. I'm gonna show y'all how I do it. Let me see if I can get y'all set up here for a second. So everybody's different, right? So this is how I do mine. First, I'll cut an angle into it, about that far. Can you see that? Yeah, let's see right there. I'll cut an angle in it. And I'm doing it this far right now because this is an old tube. Cut that off. All right, so now I have that slice right there. So I'll come to the other side of it and I will cut this way a little bit with my hands. And then I'll come back on that and I'll cut this way a little bit, making a triangle. And that triangle right there, slice that off, is where the silicone will be raised up on the frame. So when I put it on there, it'll have a little triangle. And then I'll squish it on there. I'll show you what I mean. I'll be right back. So, if y'all need glass, glazing, showers, pellet windows, give me a call. Okay, here we go. We're gonna give this thing a clean, and we're gonna go put it in over there. Alrighty. Alright guys, I'm gonna show you how I clean a window. So it's a little different than a window cleaners. You know, window cleaners will go up there and they might have a water system, a water fed pole, or a squeegee and a brush and a pole, whatever. And that's fine and all. I do that with my window cleaning division. But when you are doing the window installs, it has to be a little bit different. So I have a little magic wand, as I call it, and I make my own detergent. It's easy. You guys can make it too. It is just water and then Dawn dish soap and rubbing alcohol. So Dawn dish soap has like surfactants and stuff that'll break down the oil, and the rubbing alcohol helps evaporate it, so it will just leave a really good sheen, really good clean glass to it. So I just spray it down, and then what I use to scrub it with, as you can probably see, I have two different things. So I have this, but this is usually what I use for showers. I don't use it on the shower glass. I use it on the tile when I clean the tile, because sometimes grout can be a little tough. So I actually use this Quad Zero steel wool. It will not scratch glass. I've been using it for about 10 years now. So you can just put that right on there. Knock that load off. Take off the glue that's there. Here's your little low E sticker. I mean, you can peel that thing off like that. Get rid of it. And all that glue, that's what that rubbing alcohol right here is for. You just spray it. And you grab this bad boy and it'll just disappear. So rub it down. This is tempered glass. I only do tempered glass. I don't sell annealed glass to customers. And the reason why is because I've had an employee cut the everyone crud out of himself. So you can rub your hands on here. I don't recommend it, but it won't cut you as bad. It can still cut you, but it's less likely to because it's safety. But I do that because of that reason. And I also don't want customers falling through it. One time I had a customer fall through a window I just replaced, and thankfully he didn't get hurt, but it is kind of a scare. So since then I just decided, hey, we're just gonna temper all of our windows and just charge them the same as annealed. And I'll just go from there, at least for residential. And it works out really well. Customers love it, we're happy with it. We still get our 10-year warranty. Everybody wins. I have less breaks in the field. Oh, I almost slid that off the rack. I have less damages in the field unless you knock the glass over. When you go to install it, it's less likely to break. And I'll show you another thing that I got to do with the frame over there. That helps keep this thing from breaking while you're doing it. But I'll show you that here in a second. All right, I'm gonna clean the other side and then I'm gonna get to it. So I got it all cleaned and tied off just loosely. It doesn't have to be too tight as long as it doesn't fall too far. Yeah, tight. I also have a good lean to it. Don't do that. And so it'll be okay. I'm gonna walk off. But I got it nice and clean. And one thing a lot of people forget is when they clean off that low E, they can't tell what side the window that had the low E. They can't tell what side it is. One recommendation I say is to look through the edge of the glass and look at the band on the edge. So if you look at that band on this side, you can see it's kind of hued green, but if you look at it on this side, it's like it's normal clear. So that's how I tell if you forget what side. I already knew what side it is, but you guys probably did too, but that's how you tell. So I'm gonna try to show you guys how I do this. So there's the point on my caulk gun. I'm almost out, so I might have to go get some more, but I'll put it up in the corner like that. And then I'll just run that bead down Just like so, you see? So what happens is, oop, I came off of it. It'll stand up. Actually learned that from a window guy that was doing only automotive. He didn't do residential, he did window automotive. Or automotive windows, I should say. My dyslexia. Just like that. So now you can see I missed a teeny spot, but that's okay. You can see how it stands up on that edge. So when I go to put that window in, it'll stand up and squish down into it. Same concept for automotive windows. So just fill that in a little bit. Oh wait. Do the top. Do this side. Hopefully I have enough. Just keep going. You can do it. Oh, look at that. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness. I made it. Whoa. All right. Let me check, make sure I didn't miss any spots. Nah, we're good. Okay. Give me a little bit right there. Okay, we're good to go. So now I'm gonna go grab the glass and put it in there. So you could do one of two things. You can use a suction cup, or you can use just your hands. I'm just gonna use my hands. One thing I forgot to show you guys. When you are doing this, I'm gonna go grab my hammer. I already set the silicone, but I'll grab my hammer and show you real quick. So I have my hammer. I have one side ripped off for a reason, and that's for this. Just tap those in. I've had windows break because of that, and I already did the silicone. I should do this before the silicone, but. So I'm gonna finish this up. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I got my gloves on. I'm gonna carry this over there, and I'm just gonna set it right in that frame. I can't do it with one hand, but essentially I'm gonna take it, set the bottom in, and then flop the top, making sure it all lines up nicely as it squishes in. This is the clear side, so this side is the inside of the house, the other side is the outside of the house. So I gotta be on the outside of the house when I install it, which means I gotta be on the other side of the glass. So I'm gonna turn it around, and I'm gonna carry it, and I'm gonna put it inside that hole. From there, I gotta take one screw and the top shim, and I gotta screw it into the top, and then I'll meet you there. I'll do that part, and then I'll show you from there what I gotta do to finish it. Okay, so I set it in there. Now I'm gonna flop it. And there we go. I'm in. Just gotta make sure it gives a good squish all the way around. Put my stop on, and then we're good to go. Make sure the bottom's nice and squished, okay? Make sure we're centered, even here, even space there. Don't want to touch the frame any at all, not even on the top. There's space there, all the way around the sides. I'm gonna put that top stop. So I'll show you when I get it in there. Hang on. I got the first one in there. Now I'm gonna come down here to the bottom one. So this one was extremely difficult to get out. I had to do a lot of prying. So I have that handy little device right there to file it down so it'll fit in there nice and snug without being all janky and scratching it up like it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in. And then from there, I gotta put in the sides, and you put in the top, and you put in like the top or the bottom, and then you bow it. And then you put in the other side, and then you push the bow to the wall and screw it in, and then you set your other screws. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And then we're good to go. I'm just gonna clean up the outside. Don't clean up the inside, because if you touch the silicone and smear it across the glass, you won't have a good day. So, alrighty, I'm gonna finish it up and I'll show you when I'm done. I have one thing to say. I cannot appreciate this enough. So Milwaukee, not sponsored. Milwaukee, please sponsor me. You guys make this awesome, awesome piece of equipment right here. So it's just a standard impact, right? Has a couple settings on it, 1, 2, 3, but that 1, 2, and 3 make a huge difference. I use 1 when I'm working on showers because it's almost the perfect torque for like clamps and stuff like that. 2 is perfect for setting in screws in the walls and stuff like this. And 3 is perfect for when I'm trying to really send it, boy, I send it. But this thing is so nice. And the reason why I like it is because of this. This is so freaking beautiful. Look at that. It's a surge right there in the front. That thing is nice. So M18. The reason why I like that so much is because when I'm putting these screws in here, I'm pushing up on the glass sometimes. I try not to, but it does. It touches the glass. With the metal screw guns, it just scratches it. But this bad boy, I don't have to worry about it scratching it. It's rubber. I could just wipe it right back off because it doesn't even really leave a scuff. So I love it. Thank you, Milwaukee. Great design. I love it, love it, love it. Oh, and we're done, by the way. So we have that completely in there. So from the inside, looks like this. A little bit of silicone pooking out the corners, but that's not bad. It just means we have a good squish, a good seal all the way down, and it looks good. From the outside, it's aesthetically pleasing. It matches the one we did over here. That's the newer one right there. That's old, that's old, that's old. We didn't do that. We did that one right there. And these windows, they're 20 some odd years old. If you look at my window, you'll notice it's a little greener than this one. Well, that's because this window here is made in 2025, fourth quarter 2025, right? So this one doesn't even have a marking on it. But I know the house is from the 80s. Yeah, it's from the 80s. So these windows are old. They don't really make this low E type anymore. So the customer knows, they're okay with it. They know exactly what is what. So they also have the same ones back here that we changed out. It's a beautiful house, by the way. We had changed out this window right here. It's a beautiful window. Good. Oh, and there's our tempered logo because everything we do is tempered. Okay. And then if you come over here and look at this one. Here we go again. Another beautiful window. Tempered logo because everything we do is tempered. And it's always the bottom left-hand side. So consistency is key. But that's it for today, everybody. Now you know how to install a Sidelight window with screw-to-ply stops. Let me know if you guys have any questions over it, and let me know in the comments how you would do it. I would always like advice and opinions, and if you're not learning something new every day, it's a wasted day. So teach me something new, everybody. Thank you.